largest club on campus begins its faith-based meetings.
And the Knights cheerleaders perform off the field in a service project. Hello, Episcopal, and welcome to KEHS. I'm Hardy Johnston.
And I'm Chase Hutchins. Thanks for joining us on this edition of KnightVision News. Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a fun way to share your faith with your fellow athletic friends, with the promise of donuts in the mornings and a stronger sense of community and togetherness. FCA has grown quite significantly since it first started on campus. With more on this special organization is KEHS News reporter Jack McKinney.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a way for students to bond with each other while also being able to learn more about God while reading scripture and having donuts. We were able to talk to Hutch Coward and Will Jones about their experiences with FCA.
To connect with other people in the school about fellowship and probably the speakers as well, just to get involved in the community.
Becoming a student leader at FCA is a great accomplishment. Hutch Coward, a senior, was able to speak to this.
So I think I joined FCA because it's a good way to grow closer with God, plus you get to hang out with your friends, which is great, and there's free donuts, so it's always, multiple bonuses. I see no cons to joining, and so that's why you should join, is you grow closer to God, you get to hang out with your friends every Friday morning, and there's free donuts. It's a win-win-win scenario.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes provides a unique experience for each Episcopal High School student. You should consider joining today. For KEHS News, I'm Jack McKinney.
The JV White and JV Blue cheerleaders gathered at Terry Hershey Park a few weekends ago for the Candle Lighters Fun Walk. Reporter Keely Carr has more on this unique event.
With September being Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, the JV and freshman cheerleaders gathered at Terry Hershey Park to cheer on the participants of the 3-mile-long walk supporting these strong kids.
With so many fun activities such as food stands, a raffle, Disney princess appearances, and so much more, no one walked away bored. Some of the cheerleaders were interested in sharing their experiences with the walk.
My favorite thing about the Candlelighters Walk is being able to spread joy to all of the families and people who come, and just being able to get everyone hyped and keeping everyone's spirits up at the beginning and end of the walk. I think it's important that we all participate in this event because a lot of the times people forget about doing things for the community, but through this is another way for us to serve and spread joy, and I think it just it doesn't just uplift them, it uplifts us, and it kind of shows us that we should be grateful for everything we have, and I also think it's a great way to just do a nice thing.
Candlelighters is a program that helps support pediatric cancer, and they hold a fun walk each year. I think it's important because it brings a smile to everyone's face who's there when we're standing there helping support them and just letting them know that they are supported.
Head cheer coach Leanne Raymond was excited about this event.
I'm really passionate about bringing philanthropic activities to the cheer program and always have been. We started in 2003 supporting breast cancer. One of our cheerleaders' grandmothers was fighting breast cancer at the time, and so her name was Leanne Reeves. She suggested doing a pink ribbon night, and it started then. And I have a sister who's a breast cancer survivor, a mother who survived breast cancer as well. So it's something that touched, so many people and so many families. So the, Candlelighters coming, as well to bring awareness to pediatric cancer. It's just something I'm passionate about, obviously cancer awareness, but mainly to teach the girls that if you're in a position to give to others, that's really important in life. And our girls are so energetic and so encouraging, and just by nature they want to give back. And so I just like to make that part of our program. So it's not only that we're doing these cool tricks at pep rallies and games and cheering on teams, but that we're actually cheering for other human beings in the community, and that we can lend our support and our voice and our efforts and our time to these different organizations like Candlelighters. And ultimately all of our cancer awareness money goes to a shelter for cancer families, which is a local cancer charity that provides shelter to families in need during cancer treatment here in the Houston area when they have to come to Houston. They provide services for those families. So I'm just passionate about these girls, not only being great athletes, but just being great human beings. And I think giving back to the community is a huge part of that.
Thank you, Keely. EHS continues to offer its students meaningful ways to serve the community. And yet another event centered on service, Episcopal High School hosts Challenger Football on Simmons Field to give our special needs friends an evening of fun and excitement. KEHS reporter Andrew Choi joined coaches, players, cheerleaders, families, and friends for the night of athletics and bonding.
Every year, Episcopal High School hosts a charity event for special needs kids and adults to come out, play football, and have fun with our players.
The kids don't really get a chance to do this. They come out here once a year. We have fun. We play some football. You know, Coach Leach does this every year. He's been doing it for a long time. And it's, feels good to give back to the kids. You see they're enjoying themselves. They're having a lot of fun. Eat some pizza, drink some water, face paint. It's just all about fun.
It's a lot of people's highlight of their years, and they have a lot of fun, and it's a really big deal to them, so I like to make them happy.
They're just so genuine, so fun. They like to have dance. They don't, like I said, they don't really get to do this. They don't really get to get out like this. So when they have a chance to get out, they go all out.
Episcopal athletes strive to put a smile on each and every one of their faces.
All right, what's your name?
Mine is Marty.
Did you have fun out here?
Yup.
For most of our athletes, their favorite part of the day was clear.
Football.
The kids who come out range from having Down syndrome to autism to learning disabilities. But what they all have in common is wanting to get out and have fun. Thank you for everyone who came out and supported. We love all of our fellow Knights.
I'm Andrew Choi, back to you in the studio.
The girls volleyball team is excited for the rest of the season that's ahead of them. With the girls' SPC counter games coming up, reporter Harris Williams found out what the volleyball program is striving to accomplish this year.
Hi, I'm Harris with KEHS News, and the volleyball team hopes to continue their dominance this season.
It's been really fun so far. We started way back in August 1st, so we're already like halfway through the season, being like a month and a half in, but we're having a lot of fun. We have done a lot of tournaments, a couple home games already, but already this week we start SPC as our first, SPC game.
I think that our team bonding this year is amazing on and off the court. Last year it wasn't as strong because our team didn't put in as much effort, but this year we have a coach that's extremely solid and that really helps us bring our bond together. So I think it's insanely strong this year.
Thanks, Harris. KEHS wants to encourage you to go out and support your Knights at the upcoming boys and girls volleyball matches. Underwood Theater is once again the site for memorable performances, courtesy of EHS Onstage. Reporter Pierce Barno recently covered the first in a number of exciting productions this year, a comedic retelling of the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling, along with a look at the play Julius Caesar, which will follow later in the season.
The Underwood Theater is springing back into action with their production, Puffs. Mr. Avaz is very excited and hopeful for this upcoming play.
Look, it looks great. It's a lot of fun. It's a really funny show. We've got 51 people in the cast running all over the place. It's a Harry Potter parody. So Puffs is the Hufflepuffs, that house, and it goes through all 7 books of Harry Potter from somebody else's perspective. It's really, really funny. I'm excited to have everybody see it.
A new play, Julius Caesar, might come forward into action in the next coming months. Mr. Brock was particularly excited about this production.
Very excited about doing Julius Caesar. I wanted to do it right before the pandemic. It was actually slated to be the season opener the year of the pandemic, but when we came back, we decided to do a comedy instead because nobody wanted all that sort of intense, bloody, massacre-y governmental stuff that comes with the story of Julius Caesar. We've never done it before. My sort of mission is to try and get through as much of the Shakespearean canon as possible in my lifetime.
Reporting for KEHS News, I'm Pierce Barano. Thanks, Pierce. With the new year spinning into action, students in the Studio Art course, Advanced Ceramics, are spinning their artwork into perfection. Here's Max Midoff to bring us the story.
Hi Knights, I'm Max Midoff. We're here at C314 with the Advanced Ceramics classroom. These students are tremendously focused and determined to execute their pottery and artwork. Advanced Ceramics, in opposed to level ceramics, allows an opportunity for a more in-depth and hands-on experience with pottery and creativity.
Taking Advanced Ceramics really lets your creativity go through and you get to be a lot more independent in the stuff you do versus normal ceramics where it's more scripted.
The main difference between Advanced Ceramics and level ceramics is the ability to be able to use advanced skills of making pottery suit to perfection.
Some of the complicated things about ceramics are just learning the techniques, and there are so many various techniques that you need to learn to do certain things that you can't cover it in a beginning class, but as they take the advanced levels, that's when they start to pick up some of those additional skills.
As people progress throughout advanced ceramics, they get to use machines that require incredible skills.
Some of the fun things are some of the different firing processes we get to do. When they get into advanced, they get to do the raku firing process, which is a lot of fun because you get to fire the kiln up to 1950 degrees, and then as the piece is glowing red hot, you open the kiln, take it out while it's still glowing red hot, and you put it in a trash can, and that trash can is full of stuff that burns, and it creates smoke, and that smoke ends up reacting with the glaze in the clay body. So it's a real fun process. It's real immediate.
I'm Max Minoff with KEHS News. Back to the studio.
Well, that's all we have this week on Night Vision News. I'm Chase Hutchins.
And I'm Hardy Johnston. To all of you in the Episcopal community, thank you for joining us. And go Knights!